Welcome to the Positive Pants Podcast. Mindset, motivation and inspiration to help you find your positive pants. It's time to let go of negative thinking, understand why you do what you do and stop the self-sabotage with your host, Fran Excel.
Welcome to the show. As always, it's Fran Excel, your resident subconscious success mentor, helping you find your very own pair of positive pants so you can get out of your own way and live a life that you love. If you want to stop self-sabotaging your own success and let go of the stress, then you are in the right place, my friend. Make sure you download your free Stressed to Success guided meditation at bit.ly/stress to success as my little gift to you just for being here. Please do subscribe, share and review. It really, really helps people that need to hear this message find us, and I so appreciate it. In the show notes, you'll also find details of how you can work with me and where you can get your mitts on my meditations, products, printables, programs. You can find it through the link in my bio on Instagram, which is my favourite place to hang out. So please do come join me over there at I'm Fran Excel. Tag me in your takeaways, slide into my DMs. I'm here for it. So that's the formalities over, my love. So let's jump to the content. Are you exhausted right now? I'm seeing so many business owners feeling it right now. This lingering funk where you kind of just want the world to stop for a month or so you can have a proper break. But you also feel like you can't. Seems like it's everywhere right now. And I've definitely felt it too at times. But if you've been listening to me for a while, you'll know I'm always talking about your mental checklist. That little list you go through when you're in a funk before you decide that the problem is you and have an existential crisis. So on mine, it's what time of the month is it? What's going on outside my business right now that might be having an effect? Have I drunk enough water? What have I been eating? Have I been boozing? How have I been sleeping? Have I been taking my supplements? You know, all of those sorts of things. But there's one big thing that we all need to actually recognize and take stock of at some point. The COVID exhaustion is real. The social media exhaustion is real. The last 18 months have been utterly bizarre, and we can't deny that. Just because some of us loved the initial kind of slowing down that COVID created doesn't mean we weren't in a perpetual state of some level of fight, flight, or freeze stress response all the time. Our brains crave certainty, right? We haven't had a whole lot of that recently. Our brain and nervous system also doesn't like change. And we've had tons of it recently. It's incessant. You know, increasing cost of living, not being able to get away, feeling nervous to have a break. You know, this is whether you're in a job or you have your own business, because it could impact you financially. Yeah. We've lost relationships because of distance. In some cases, that could be a positive. In others, not so much. Many of us have lost people. Many of us haven't known what to do next or what the future holds. Many of us have been way more sedentary than we would have been before. Many of us have eaten more than we would have before and have gained a few COVID pounds. And then therefore, many of us aren't feeling that great about ourselves going back into the big wide world. Many of us are still anxious about being in the big wide world in general. As much as we slowed down temporarily, it's kind of meant in many cases we're actually working harder now. We're on our screens more. Social media became our method of connecting even more. And that addiction is now running even deeper. Yeah? We're all navigating this incredibly weird time. And that is going to take its toll. It's been 18 months. It's going to take its toll on your brain, your nervous system, your energy. And it's entirely possible it might make you feel in a little bit of a funk. I was talking earlier to Mr. T about social media, which kind of inspired this, so thanks, Tobes. We have a difference of opinion on social media for sure. He's very, very anti all of it, which makes sense because one of his core values is connection, but to like where and when you are, right? And I see social media as a form of connection, but he sees it as the death of it. We're probably both right and both wrong. Yeah, it's no secret that I can't stand Facey B. I'm only on there for my paid trainings In and out. Serious discipline not to scroll. But I see things sometimes and so much of it hurts my heart. I feel people's anger. I feel people's fear. I see the bad behaviour that comes from those things. It's really toxic in my eyes. But I do enjoy Instagram. I know it has its dark corners for sure, particularly for the younger generation, but I find it very easy to curate what I want to see. I don't have notifications turned on, so I have fun there. And I can see it as a force for good, if that's what you choose to make it. But he's definitely right in that people are spending way more time on social media, amplified by COVID, I imagine. We're in there constantly comparing ourselves, feeling like we're not involved, feeling on the outside, looking for external validation, getting lost in mindless scroll holes, numbing. Yeah. Facey B, WhatsApp and Insta went offline for an evening and I saw so many people panic or talk about how they use their time on a Monday evening to work distraction free. And something just doesn't sit right here, no? So are you ever actually taking the time to allow yourself to switch off? There's no denying that we're addicted to social media. They know that. We know that. I catch myself in it too. I have to be super disciplined. We have to find some self-discipline and awareness to listen to what our mind and our body needs. I can't bang on about this enough. I know I talk about it enough. But even if you're working like a dog, how can you get some balance somewhere? So Mr. T and I last weekend literally planned to do nothing. Those were the rules. At one point, he caught himself trying to sweep the chimney and knew I was going to see it, so he piled all the stuff behind the chair. But then he confessed. But it was so needed and glorious. Yeah, it's easy to just work. And when we weren't working, we were doing things to the house. So we've done a lot of painting, doing stuff in the garden, doing stuff around the house. That's not technically switching off. Yeah. But it's hard to switch off. It's really easy to do work. But, especially if you enjoy what you do. And on top of all this, people are beating themselves up for being in a funk. But people are exhausted and it's no surprise why. So how can you break out of the cycle? What could you do to even make a 1% difference? And is that time outside? Is it connecting with someone in person who can help you get what you need? It's very easy to say, I can't do that now. But how about reframing that to how can I? How could I do that now? And check in with yourself to see if that I can't is really true. It might be, but it's worth checking in, right? So really think about that. What can you do that is going to help you feel like you've had a break? But also think to yourself, I've seen so many people, when you talk about something, the big sigh of relief that kind of comes from other people going, oh my God, I'm normal. I've been feeling that exact same way. I could have written this post. Yeah. You're not alone. So stop trying to do everything on your own. Yeah. It's so easy to slip into that, but try and get yourself out of it. What needs to happen to help you get out of it? What do you need? What can help? Yeah. And just take it from there, my love, because you have got this. You make sense. So if you got value from this and you know in your gut that now is the time to step up and start rewiring your thinking and start changing things for yourself, then book in a free discovery call so we can work out what needs to happen to get you from where you're at right now to the action-taking success you know you can be. If you want my eyes and ears on your problems, then I work with people one-on-one and through my programs. You can find all the details to book in a call in the show notes, the link in my bio on Instagram, and on my website, franexcel.com. So stop waiting for if and when and choose to change things now because you can. I'm here to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself. And as always, I hope you found this helpful and I'll see you next week. Bye.